So today I'd like to talk about why I am so glad that I developed short-sightedness. I only developed it when I was about 22, and it has sent me through times of despair and panic as my eyesight got gradually worse and worse. But today I am very grateful that I developed nearsightedness, that I developed myopia, because it has taught me so much. I'm Gemily, an EndMyopia student. If you haven't heard of it, EndMyopia is a natural vision improvement method that I'm using to get back to 20/20 eyesight and life without glasses. It's all based on science, and I'll pop some links below in case you'd like to find out more. Considering that myopia causes so much distress to people, including myself, and can increase your chances of things like retinal detachment, why in the world would I be grateful that I have developed myopia? Well, let me tell you. Developing short-sightedness and having my myopia increase over time as I got stronger and stronger lenses did lead me into a bit of a pit of despair for a while. Like, I would panic, I would wake up in the night freaking out about my eyesight getting worse all the time, and it got to the point where I couldn't really function without glasses. And considering I grew up all through primary school, high school, university without needing glasses to see, it was very scary. I felt like I couldn't rely on my body, it was betraying me. This is the only body I have, and if I can't trust it, if it's falling to pieces, what chances have I got? And if this is me at this stage of my life, what is it going to be in the future? If my eyesight just keeps deteriorating, where does this road lead to? The only thing I could see is that in the future, I was going to be as close to blind as you can get. Or maybe actually blind. I don't know how eyes work, so that set me on a search to find out if there was a way to fix this. I had heard about LASIK before, I was not interested, I am a surgery phobe, I do not like hospitals, I will never voluntarily choose to go and get surgery. I'm very grateful that it exists to fix like acute issues, but you know, optional voluntary surgery, nah, not for me. So if LASIK wasn't going to be an option for me, then what were my options? Glasses? I remember the first time I put on contact lenses and I didn't have these frames around my face and I could see, and I remember feeling, oh my gosh, so excited, and the thought in my head was, I'm healed. Obviously I wasn't, I had contact lenses on my eyeballs, I know that. But the sense of being able to see without glasses was so exhilarating and so exciting. Oh, that was an amazing day. I don't normally wear contact lenses. It just seems like so much effort. And I quite like how glasses look on my face, so you know, I only really wear contact lenses for like special events when I'm dressing up, and glasses just take down the look a notch. Like my wedding, like a friend's wedding, you know, times when you don't want glasses on your face. I ended up finding EndMyopia, and now we get to the part where I'm so glad I had myopia. Have myopia, like it's still here. I'm still working on it. Because finding EndMyopia has done more for me and for my life than just given me a way to improve my vision. It has actually influenced how I engage with my whole life. It has made me realize how screen addicted I was, how I was taking every spare moment to look at my phone, order coffee, wait, look at my phone. I was so disengaged from the world around me. And I'm not saying that if you're on your phone, you're not engaged. I mean, you are engaged with what's on your phone. And in many ways, that's also real, because we nurture relationships via our phones, sending text messages, sharing photos, responding to other people. We learn things via our phone, we educate ourselves, put appointments in our calendar and organize our lives, keep our budget, do our banking. Like, I'm not saying that being on your phone is you disconnecting or being lazy. What I'm saying though is, for me, being on my phone meant that I was connecting in here, but I was neglecting out here, and this physical world around us is amazing, and our place in it is amazing. Having myopia has led to me going for more walks, getting outside more, appreciating nature more, appreciating moving my body more. It has led to a very big lifestyle change for me. I bought a non-smartphone. Getting outside and moving more has led to more of an interest in my overall health, because I realized I don't do much exercise. I neglect my body a lot. I live very much in my head, which is why screens and books are so appealing to me and how I developed myopia in the first place. Because I'm living in my head and not in my body. And living in your head is great, but not at the expense of living in your body. You have to learn how to live in all of it. And I'm trying really hard to keep myself healthy so that I have a healthy brain and a healthy body until the day I die. Like, I don't need to live forever. I don't have this dream of never dying. I'm quite happy that one day, like, this life will come to a natural end. That's fine. But what I don't think is fine is the idea of me having no idea who I am, who my loved ones are, what I'm doing. I don't love the idea of not being able to get out of a chair, needing people to help me do everything. This doesn't look like what I want my future to be. I want my future to be getting better and better, not a slow decline into inevitable senility and decreasing ability. So if that's actually what I want, then I really need to take this exercise thing more seriously. I need to really take my nutrition more seriously. I need to take taking care of myself more seriously. And EndMyopia is actually helping me do that. Even though it's a program about eyes and refractive states, it's helping me reset my mind, because doing EndMyopia, starting to see improvements in my vision, all that panic about my body betraying me, about everything just falling apart, has been replaced by a new understanding. I realize now that my body is doing amazing work all the time. It is here to help me and support me be here in this physical world. It's got amazing healing and adaptive abilities, and most of the things that go wrong with it are because I am not treating it properly. And like, for some things, I didn't know I wasn't treating it properly. Like with the progressive myopia, no one had taught me that wearing full correction for close-up would make my myopia worse. So there are things that I'm doing that harm my body that I don't even know about. And then my body is having trouble dealing with it, and I'm blaming my body for betraying me when really it's me. It's my own actions and my own habits. So to give you an example of how this has translated into another of my body difficulties is that I have dodgy knee. I've had a dodgy knee since I was about 20. I used to go for runs every day, and then one day my knee started hurting and I thought, ooh, I'll just, not run until that gets better. I'll give it a rest. It has never gotten better, ever. And I've been to physiotherapists and I've got exercises to do for it, which I'm meant to do all the time. I don't always do them, let's be realistic. I don't always have perfect motivation. I heard from a friend of mine that they had a similar thing and that they got orthotics and that fixed it. So I went to a podiatrist and they, said that I needed orthotics. They gave me orthotics, I wore them for a while, things seemed fine. But discovering myopia and realizing that a lot of the things wrong with my body are because of what I'm doing to it has also led me down this rabbit hole of shoes. And now about 80%, if not 90% of the time, I'm wearing barefoot shoes and just allowing my body to sort itself out, because most of the things wrong with it are because I've tried to take control of my body when really my body knows what's best for it. I'm getting older. I'm not saying I'm old, but it's obvious, it's a fact. Every year you get older, and I'm noticing that my metabolism is slowing down and I have to adapt and adjust to this. And I also am very involved in a community where there's a lot of more elderly people who are suffering from Alzheimer's and cancer and heart disease, and it freaks me out. It makes me feel like this is the inevitable endpoint. And so I've also started diving more into nutrition and how our food is our medicine. I've become whole food plant-based, and I know not everyone is on board with that. Other people are into paleo or keto or whatever you're into. Personally, whole food plant-based is the only thing that makes sense to me, but I think anyone who's trying to take responsibility for their nutrition and get away from our normal Western diet and all the processed food, then that's going to be a good thing, right? So I'm really loving deep diving into these topics, and I'm finding again and again that the solutions are really simple. We're so often looking for complicated solutions. The simple ones are like, no, that's too easy, that won't work. But so often it is the simple things. We're also looking so often for someone else to give us the cure, someone else to fix us. So we're looking for optometrists to give us lenses, podiatrists to give us orthotics, the health industry to give us pills. We're so good at expecting the solution, the answer, to be external, and forgetting to trust our bodies that they're made with the things to self-regulate and self-heal. Now, I'll put a little disclaimer here that not every condition can be taken care of without external intervention. Obviously, I'm not talking about every condition. I'm talking specifically about the things that I'm experiencing, and these things are common for a lot of people. We do tend to overuse external solutions. Through this whole process, starting with EndMyopia, I am rediscovering the power and the intelligence of my body. It is amazing. I am now in awe of my body most of the time, and it has gone from being an object or a thing that betrays me that I can't trust to being a friend and an ally, because it can do so many amazing things without any intentional effort from my part. But I need to respect it and treat it well and give it the tools that it needs in order to do its work. And learning how to end my myopia is all tied up with this new alliance with my body, with learning to respect it, and with being stunned by its ability and its brilliance. Let me know in the comments if you have had similar realizations and discoveries, and what they were, what topics they're on. Like, maybe there's stuff that I don't know about yet that you could share with me, or if any of them are the same as what I've done, I'd be really stoked to have a chat about them. Thanks so much for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe if you liked this video. It lets the algorithm know that this content is worth watching, and also hit the little bell button so that YouTube tells you when I've posted a video, instead of just YouTube deciding which ones you might like to see. You get to say, if you hit that bell button, whether you want to watch them or not. I don't know about you, but I like being in control of those things. I'll be back next week with another video, so I will see you next Thursday. Bye! So considering, I don't want to say so all the time. I've got to leave some time for other words. What else? How did this go? I've forgotten my lines. If only I knew. Developing myopia and having that short-sightedness. No. And never once doing EndMyopia have I felt things were hopeless. What else have I done? I've done some other things too, promise. What else? Cold food I can't say the words. And making the effort. Let me know in the comments if you have had similar. Okay. Don't let the algorithm do all the work for you.